So it's a continuation for last session, and we stopped the last session at the particular topic is when you write a class in C sharp, so compiler internally inject the base class for your class is called object. And same point of time, we write a struct, so compiler internally inject, first compiler convert your struct into string class, then compiler internally uh, makes a base class of the struct is the value type. So value type, okay. So what's the difference between object and value type? That's most important. So, and why compiler has injected the base class for your class as a object, and why compiler has injected the base class for your struct is the value type. One thing is there, in C sharp, we have some exceptional case. We have some exceptional case. Like the exceptional case is when you write a struct, compiler convert your struct to a sealed class. That's one kind of exceptional case. Exceptional case, and uh, we write basically constant variable at class level, and we assess. I have made class SCL, and we have taken the constant variable is called established year. I have given the initial value because constant variable needs the initial value at the point of declaration. So, so when you go for declaring the constant variable at class level, you never believe, go and try. It's again exceptional case. The constant variable convert into static variable. Can you believe? Can you believe? Go and try. So declaring the constant variable at class level, so compiler convert this variable into a static variable. That's why you can access the constant variable even though at class level declaration by the class name dot. So an instance variable we access by object dot, and a static variable we also access by the class name dot. So a third exceptional case is so when you write a class in C sharp, so compiler, you won't believe again. So compiler never recognize your class name, your file, you retain a program in C sharp, and suppose my file name is pursoon.cs. Human commits a mistake, true. So I have done really mistake. I've done the mistake, I haven't given the file name called a pursoon.css. Pursoon.css. I've done mistake. You never believe the compiler is so optimized, they don't care your extension. If I say Suchi Chaudhary, doesn't matter. There is no extension matter for anyone. So only name matters called Suchi. And if I say Dibya Ojha, doesn't matter for me as a Ojha. Only name matters called Dibya. Similarly, so extension does not matter in case of C sharp. True. For naming convention, they have given to us a .cs. Go and try, write a C sharp program and give the file name called suchi.cs. And I have done the mistake for giving a file name. I have given CSS. No problem. They don't recognize your, they don't recognize your uh, as extension called CS. You won't believe, even though don't give extension, write only Suchi as a file name and save it and go and compile. So compiler is so optimized, it don't recognize you by the CS. I had my training in 2005, Gurgaon Keen, very old company. Now they have changed the name, Keen India. So I had my training there. Can you believe they given the file name, blah blah file name dot keen. So some company gives own standard for as extension. So CS is just a naming convention. Otherwise, Extension doesn't matter for C sharp and .vb now. So these are basically exceptional case, These are basically exceptional case. And one major exceptional case is, we say virtual. We say virtual. What is virtual? So virtual is basically a keyword I can place before the function. True? So when you place before the function a virtual keyword, it gives you privileges. It gives a privileges to derived class may or may not override. I'm having a function called a study. So you're my followers. So you're basically my part of my life. So you inherit from me and may or may not override. I do a study. Some students study studying. Let me also go for a study. And I have seen one student, even though after 2 o'clock, communicate to me every day. He's a Bhupinder Garg. Good year. After 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3:45, 4:45, he discussed some issues. I never said no. So he says, sir, now we got a chance to go for studies. Why I lose the time? Doesn't matter. It's a 4 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I have to report to an IC or he's working, I hope, in an IC. So virtual function may or may not override, which again exceptional case. Some function, even though marked as a virtual, you cannot override. Can you believe? It's exceptional case. It's exceptional case. So look at the exceptional case is variable declared at class variable declared at class level as a constant, they convert into static. One exceptional case. True. File name, sorry. Extension name doesn't matter in case of C sharp. We give, that's very true. That's very true, but otherwise don't give extension. It does not matter. Third major exceptional case I have told you, function marked as a virtual may or may not override. But can you believe the finalize method, finalize, finalize method, even though marked as a virtual, you cannot overwrite. By God. By God. Are you sure? I'm damn sure. So, if a function marked as a virtual call or finalize, you won't overwrite. The reason is the finalize method after compilation converted into destructor. Can you believe? So finalize method after compilation, it convert into destructor. And even though if you make a destructor in C sharp as a tilde sign, you recall C++, You recall C++. When you write a class and you make a destructor in C sharp, it convert into finalize. It convert into finalize. These are basically exceptional case in C sharp. Exceptional case in C sharp. Okay. So Sandeep Karan, tell me, why compiler has injected the object as a base class for your class? Okay. So first of all, if I write class, I'm a person, take an example, class person, and I allocate a memory for my class. So when we write a new operator for my class, so memory is needed, and we have multiple kinds of memory for running the application: stack memory, your heap memory, cache memory, code memory. We have multiple high frequency heap memory. We have multiple kinds of memory, right? So when you write a class in C sharp, and when you allocate a memory for a class, a memory is needed. Memory is needed. So I occupy the memory. I occupy the memory for running my application. So who is responsible, Sandeep, to deallocate the memory for my class? I will wait. Don't you think? If I am making a program, I occupy the memory by a new operator. I do call several functions. It is called past tense. So who is responsible to deallocate the memory for my class? I will be, being as a developer, and if forgotten then, it's a memory leakage then, it again also break the single responsibility principle. I should participate for memory allocation. I should not bother for, I should not bother for the allocation of memory. That's called That's why you have got a base class called object. Why? Sir, finalize is a function of object class. Okay. Finalize is a function of object class. So whenever you write a class in C Sharp and when you compile, so there is a tool called ILDSM tool, and when you run this tool, you can see metadata is updated and your class is having a base class called object. And when you browse this class object by MSDN, you will be finding you have got there multiple functions. And those functions provides a low level services to your class. Again, you speak Sandeep. Whenever you write a class, whenever you write a class in C Sharp, right? Class person, close it, opening and close it. Compiler, first of all, compiler is a class. Sure, I'm sure. Compiler is a class. So CSC is a class within the build namespace, and build namespace is within the CSC is a class is within the task namespace, TASKS, and task namespace is within the build namespace, and build namespace is within the Microsoft namespace. Okay, so Microsoft dot build dot task dot CSC. CSC is a class. Okay. So now this class act as a compiler. What it does, it inject your class as a base class called object. That's why I'm asking you now, why you have got a base class? What's the reason? It means every class in C Sharp is not an orphan class. No. In this world, any human person cannot be orphan. Cannot be orphan. Every child is having a base. And every base is a child. He's having a base. Every human person is a child. Even though my father is child, your father is a child. With respect to grandfather. Okay. So every class written in C Sharp is a child class. Because you got a base class called object. That's why I'm asking you why you have got a base class called object. The reason is that this class is having a function called finalize. Okay. So finalize is a function in within the object class. Second function called member-wise clone. Member-wise clone. Member-wise clone. And great function, we can customize this function is called toString. toString. One more great function is called get hash code. Get hash code. And we use this function generally and mostly in case of singleton. How you can say you got a single object for multiple requests. I request to you, I'm getting an object. Same point of time, Vinod sir is requesting to me, he also getting a same object. If both object is having same memory location, how do I know? By your get hash code. Get hash code. This function plays a major role in case of the singleton pattern. So now these are basically member function of your object class, and these functions provides a low level service to person class. Okay. Finalize, member wise clone, toString, and get hash code. These are basically a function of object class and provides a low level services to your class. And this function plays a major role. Even though this function marked as a virtual. Open a Microsoft MSDN, look at function signature, virtual, void, finalize. Sure, you can check. And the scope is protected. So overall protected, virtual, void, finalize. This is the function signature available in MSTM. Okay, but I just told you we have some exceptional case. Even though function mark as a finalized, we can't overwrite because this function internally later on convert into destructor. When you make a tilde sign, it's called tilde sign with your class name is said to be destructor. Go and compile your program. So your destructor gets converted into finalize. Or destructor cannot be virtual. If destructor is virtual, we can't overwrite. No, sir. Destructor can be virtual. Constructor cannot be virtual. Oh my God. Constructor cannot be virtual, but destructor can be virtual. So finalize is a destructor, and destructor is virtual. So finalize is a virtual, but you can't override Sandeep. It can only overridden by CLR. Okay. And CLR will override when you try to terminate from the scope of the class, or you can say scope of the main. As a destructor will be called when you lose the scope of your class, that time destructor will be called. So now you allocate a memory for your class, call multiple functions, don't bother who will deallocate the memory for your class because you got the base class called object, and object has having the function called finalize, and finalize function will deallocate the memory for your class. You should not bother for that. But sometimes I really bother when I'm having large amount of data, large amount of my object size. Like suppose if I use file operations and I'm opening file system.io in MSpace and I'm just taking a reference of any image having 1.2 GB video files or whatever image file or any binary or PDF file, memory stream, buffer stream. So I'm using those kind of objects which is larger by size. I don't wait for finalize to be disposed. The reason is finalize function during the program never dispose the memory. Oh my God. Then we have to go for explicit garbage collection is called dispose. Okay. And dispose is a function, is within the disposable function. And finalize is a function, is basically blessing of your base class function is called object. You should not bother for this method. But you can't override this method even though it is marked as a virtual. So this method will be overridden only by the CLR, not during the program. You try to quit from the program, that time destructor will be called. But during the program, I want to reclaim the memory. During the program, you want to reclaim the memory. Reason, what is the reason? Because size matters, memory matters. So if you have any large amount of object and it's no longer used for your program, no more longer used for your program, dispose. Not wait for the finalize. You should not wait for the finalize. Okay, these kind of basically services I'm getting if I'm having the base class called object. And sir, what we can do cloning. If there is no cloning, I can't go for auditing. Look at data set. Look at data set. Why I love data set. It supports cloning. I applied effort for getting a multiple tables in bucket called data set. I can make a cloning of my data set. I can give my clone to someone as a DTO, as a view model in MVC, as a view in database table. I can make a wrapper, I can make a duplicate copy of my copy. So how I can go for cloning of my object? So I'm getting the blessing of my base class called final member-wise clone. It helps me for cloning, and cloning is said to be, oh my God, cloning is said to be prototype pattern which comes under creational pattern. Oh, oh, okay, okay. So whenever we write a class and we got a base class called object, so object class is having a function called member-wise clone, and member-wise clone is said to be prototype pattern which comes under creational pattern. So now at this point, he's making a face. Are you sure? So we can achieve the cloning by, I can achieve the cloning if you go for prototype pattern. Sir, without cloning, you can't achieve prototype pattern. Sir, Sandeep, I have some doubt for this matter. Okay, sir, I'm just opening the gang of four. I'm just opening the gang of four. I'm showing you. So, proto, proto, prototype pattern. Sir, please only open the gang of four. Yeah, I'm only opening the gang of four. It's called do factory. Show me creational pattern. Sir, first of all, within the creational pattern, we have singleton, we have prototype, we have factory, we have builder, and abstract factory. So singleton now come for prototype pattern. Sir, look at definition. Specify the kind of object to create using a prototypical stance and create a new object by copying this prototype. 1 minute. Creating a new object by copying. Okay. I got something. Come back. Cool, cool. Comfort, comfort. So, so, so member-wise clone helps me for achieving a prototype pattern. So look at how my class makes me smarter due to my base class is called object class because it gives me low-level services. And what are those some low-level services? Garbage collection due to finalize. But you can't override during the program. You can't override during the program. So because it act as a destructor, only CLR can overwrite. And if you want to intentionally deallocate the memory when you have any large amount of object, then you can take a responsibility for deallocating the memory from your side. You should not wait for the finalized to be deallocate because finalized during the program will not dispose your object, So if you have any large object, file operations, socket operations, network operations, use and just reclaim as a flush. So in this case, you go for it, uh, the dispose pattern. Oh yes. So look at the blessing of your self. Besides of this, I'm having the struct. Okay. So a struct, I just told you, so object class provides a low-level services for your class. So if you want to go for getting those low-level services for garbage collection, for your the prototype pattern for achieving a cloning by member-wise clone, and there are several ways you can go for cloning. One is called iClonable interface. Why I go for explicit operation called iClonable interface when I have blessing my father is having the function called member-wise clone. I can go it. Otherwise, I can go for the iClonable interface. Okay. So I do make an object. I should not bother how we can go for cloning. I do make an object. I should not bother who will deallocate the memory for my class. Otherwise, if I'm a orphan, OR, don't mind PHAN. So if I write a class in C sharp, C++, disgusting. If I write a class in C sharp, every class written in a C++ is an orphan class. He's not getting the blessing of father. If suppose Vinod is not staying with the family members and he's not basically married at all, just take an example, staying in Ashok Nagar, he like Dilip is staying in Ashok Nagar, family members in Bihar, so he has to go for cleaning his clothes, he has to go for cleaning the kitchen and all, and he makes up food, then he go to NIC for. So because he is at this time alone, not with the family members. So if you make a class, not getting a blessing of the object class, then you have to take a responsibility in your hand to deallocate the memory. Okay. Like in C++, because every class written in C++ is an orphan class. He's not getting the blessing of your a base class called object. Okay, I got the point. I got the point. And what about Sandeep? The struct. So I will definitely go to struct after some time. So now when you write a class, the purpose of writing a class, we can go for creating a user-defined data type. Okay. So the class allow to create a user-defined data type. Okay, so you're like watching a person. So person is not basically name of the class. Keep in mind, it's not a name of the class. Please, it's just a newly type. It's just a newly type. It's just a newly type, and we can customize according to my needs and requirement in a project. So overall, class allow to create a user-defined data type. Class is not a data type. Class is a keyword to create a user-defined data type. Okay, and within a class, we can have multiple kinds of variables. So within a class, we can have the five types of variables. Stance variable, stance read-only variable, static variable, static read-only variable, and constant variable. And every kind of variable plays a significant role and major role while go for developing the applications. Besides, if you talk about a struct also allow to create a user-defined data type, but the base of that type is value type. Okay. Sandeep, can you open the .NET? Yeah, sure. Intention, I don't know. Sandeep, choose C sharp. So I'm choosing a C sharp. You go for what do you want? You go for Windows. I go for console. So when you choose, suppose a C sharp console, take an example, or C sharp Windows, or C sharp MVC, or C sharp ASP.NET. Suppose I'm choosing the console application. I'm waiting for the question. So his interpretations, I don't know what he's thinking about me. So Sandeep, you are getting a new environment for console. Yeah, I'm getting a new environment for console. Can you tell me, if I click on the build option, who is going to compile my class? Oh my God. And if I lose this question, it makes a hell of impression about me because he says having a 10 years of experience. So where is the expertise of this person just to go for achieving a requirement of the project? And is finished in making the projects. So build is basically an option. And if I click on build, it will compile my C sharp class. That's I'm asking you now, who compiled the class? Because you just said a couple of minutes back, a CSC is a class to compile this. Use what you said, I'm revert back to you. You can third law of motion. Control what you have said. So I'm basically controlling myself. You asked me, it's an environment, and you said, if I click on build, who is going to compile this program? And look at the program extension is CS. And you just said, you can recap, you can go for just reverse. You will be finding written there Microsoft.build.task.csc class. Sir, CSC class is a compiler. Intentionally, we use this compiler when you have the command line argument, command, prompt. But at this point, you have got an environment. It's an environment. If I click on button called build, so CSC will not come. Can I open a documentation? Yeah, I'm opening a documentation. Cool, cool. Come back. So right here, Micro. Please, Sandeep, clean your screen first of all. Okay. Uh, Microsoft Microsoft dot build dot task dot csv. Show me. Sorry, sir. So now Microsoft.build.task namespace. This is having a class called a CSC. Click. So I'm waiting for response. So now I'm showing you where it is written in documentation is CSC is a class. What you are watching? Classes. Here I'm watching classes only. Where is class? Show me. You have said na कि CSC is a class. So I'm showing you. Just give me time. Microsoft dot build class.
Sir, classes, control F.
What? Oh, ये आया था. CSC. You can invoke the CSC compiler, so a C# compiler, by typing the name of the executable file. Sir, Sandeep, I'm asking you, CSC is a compiler or CSC is a class? Because you have said it is a class. So I'm trying to find